So they tried to keep themselves busy as much as they could.
I found reading this fascinating because my good friend Tony Hoskins is the head of the Photographic Reconnaissance Unit Memorial that they're hoping to build in Whitehall, because he's recovered Sandy Gunn, who's a photo reconnaissance pilot that was shot down over Norway. And he was one of the
Ooh,
great escapers and one of the 50 who was
ooh,
executed by the Germans.
mhm,
And
yeah,
so they're doing this memorial for anyone who flew PRU within the RAF, and also
mm.
rebuilding Sandy's Spitfire, which is coming
Oh, wow.
along nicely.
Wow.
And it was interesting sort of seeing round about that same sort of time that Penny's reaching popularity is about the same time as the British escape, and that just sort of made me sort of smile. The sort of, the Americans too were working on escape plans and trying to get out as well, but
Right.
that sort of interesting sort of timing, that sort of late 43, early 44, that your father's getting involved with the newspaper, is that the Brits are doing their escape.
Yes, the newspaper, The Circuit, was in the South Compound. The South Compound opened in September of 43, and so the people who were publishing the newspaper, The Circuit, there were other newspapers in the camp in Stalag Luft III, but in the South Compound, it was called The Circuit. They knew my father was interested in drawing and painting, and they asked him to do a comic strip for the newspaper, and the only criteria was that it had to be about a woman. So my father wanted it to be a nice girl, and so he decided to name her Penny, and that she was going to be a war correspondent. So she would be, with the troops at their different facilities, writing these stories as a war correspondent. And so that's how it started.